Got
All,
it. I
all of the
figured
above.
it out.
Okay, we need someone covering flank.
So we figured it out, okay?
Yeah, this is a Wii game. Yeah.
No, this is an Xbox game.
Top right, Zenyatta.
Yeah, so.
I hate you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to make this stupid joke.
Tracer is finding me every time and killing me.
Yeah, that's what Tracer does.
Kill her first.
Hard.
I'm Mercy.
Should we change guys? Change strategies?
No, fuck
Change
that.
places.
They should change, not us. We were here first.
That's right.
Fuck, Tracer.
No, tell! Fuck!
Mike.
What'd you do?
Deadeye.
What'd you do?
You put a fucking ice wall in front of my nuke!
I told you that was gonna happen. It's either I'm gonna hold down the payload with May, or I'll trap you all in a wall while you're trying to do something.
Tracer.
Did I not say that might happen?
Just you, Justin.
You did. You absolutely did.
It's nice skin, Justin.
You like that?
I do.
You want some of that?
I do.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that
Oh
big rod.
man, Till, that's nice too. Fuck. How about the three of us?
Why? Why am I short?
You crouch. 'Cause
Are
you're,
you short?
Who are you?
Crouching.
Like, I'm not crouching.
you're so martial
No, I'm
artist.
not. Oh,
no,
you're
your
just-
stance
you're
is
just short.
crouched in
No,
general.
You're just
I feel
always
like-
ready.
A gnome in World of Warcraft.
Or a monkey in Times Square.
Yeah, that's a
Or like
sad
a lion
feeling.
ready to pounce. Huh?
Or like a...
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Wow, Farah, have you ever died so fast?
I mean, I feel like I've died faster. You don't need to revive me. I'm right at the spawn point.
Hey, I'm
I
participating.
appreciate it, though. Like, no offense.
Oh my god, I'm so boosted right
Yes,
now.
faster.
Yeah, you getting off it?
Zenyatta on top. Zenyatta up top.
Oh
I
yeah.
did not hear that, but
Yeah, fuck you, Zenyatta!
I remember this.
Look, see the ice wall? Everybody see the ice wall? Just making sure everyone sees the ice wall.
I always find this load screen funny because it looks like just Torbjorn's just standing in the middle of everyone going, ah!
Oh yeah! They
Thank
call
you.
me ADD ant because of all the double killing I do. The double.
What about me?
Justin, are you on mute?
Oh,
I feel like you're on
you're
mute.
so
I'm
bad.
fucking concentrating, Mike. It's
Okay,
fucking
okay,
hard.
okay.
There's beef in your exhaust system?
I have beef with this exhaust system.
Flush that out.
That's hilarious. I got beef in my exhaust system, if you know what I mean.
It'll take a minute. It'll take... Oh my god.
Kicking ass and taking
I'm
names,
surprised
baby.
we got that thing that far.
What names did you take?
You're welcome.
I don't know. Three
There,
of them.
Moira's down.
3 fucking names.
Oh my god!
Focus
Out
on
of
turret.
nowhere.
Where is he?
Focus on turret.
It's on the bridge.
Shit. Oh, fuck,
Fuck,
behind
man,
us.
Tracer's annoying
Bastion.
as hell. Is there any healers? Tracer hit,
Yeah, I've
hurt
been
me really
fucking
bad.
healing you guys.
Come on over here.
DPS is so goddamn
over.
high.
Thank
See,
you,
Ant?
thank you.
They're so fucking
Holy
needy.
shit, I
You
know.
see?
Go, Mike.
Why is this
Where's
a
your
thing?
fucking
Why?
heals?
Oh my god, I was
Go,
not
heal.
ready.
Damn it!
Well, you know what? We got rid of the Bastion, so I don't regret anything. Oh, I can't stop wiggling, Mike. Let me heal you.
Fuck off, man. I'm trying to stay alive.
I'm trying to snipe slash heal. You know how bad at sniping I am?
Are you Anna? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I'm Anna keeping you alive and killing the Bastion.
I appreciate what Ant does, what he contributes to this. It sounded very condescending, but I meant it sincerely.
Fucking Anna.
And yet, Here we are, interpreting it as condescending. Should I go pistol mercy?
Always a winning strategy.
Oh yeah, pistol mercy.
It kind of sounds like
10,000
when you want to pistol whip somebody, but then you show them pistol mercy.
I got heals
Jesus.
going over here. It's pretty ballin' corner.
Oh my god. did I
Oh,
knock
you
her off
got
the
it.
edge?
Yeah, I booped her that way and then you pushed her off.
This was a good game. Oh yeah, look at this. This is the Bastion here. Just fuck him up, and then notice they're all in here. So just fucking destroy them.
Nice. That was a good one. Oh wait, it's like we haven't started the battle yet. Need healing. Every time.
They seek me out, man. I need healing all the time.
No, they don't seek you out. Come back a little.
They seek me out!
I think on your screen it looks like they seek you out, but they are not.
Okay, their mercy's dead.
They have it out for you, Mike.
Find the fight every
I
time.
was there!
I know you were there.
Seek
Made
me
the fight
out.
happen. It's like you go up to a cop and slap him in the face, like harassment. Look, you're all alone up there. Oh my god.
Where's my healing?
Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know what you're expecting, man. Alright, I'm gonna die because of you. Jesus Christ.
You dead?
Yeah, I'm dead.
How?
There's two
There's
of us.
nobody here!
Man,
Okay.
I don't know. Your interpretation of what's happening is very different.
Let's backfill.
Who's moving for you?
Sounds like something a really large lady has.
What?
A fupa?
Backfill. I got like extra points for backfill.
Does anybody else find Bastion's hand weird?
No. It's just a hand.
It looks like a weird hand.
I mean, it's shaped
Like-
like a gun.
Compared to, like, look at, like, Genji or Soldier's hand.
Yeah, well, he's a robot though. You wanted to have like tiny human hands? You're supposed to do
Why,
tiny human
why
hands.
does he need
as
to
a
have
robot.
hands?
So he can grab his birds for, or like other things. Hands are great. It would suck not to have hands. Why would I build a robot without hands?
Hands are what they use to overpower us. We can't have that.
Yeah, it's not the guns. It's the hands.
It's not the guns. No. Guns don't kill people, Mike. It's hands.
Hands do.
Hands kill people.
It's hands that pull the trigger. We should make hands harder to get. It's ridiculous how easy
We
hands
need
are
proper
to get.
hand control. Everyone should have a license to use hands.
I'm gonna start a
We need-
lobbying
we need-
group called the NHA, the National Hand Association.
We need background checks
Right
on
to bare
hands.
hands.
Right to bare hands.
Like anyone should be allowed to have hands.
Doritos with Jones cream soda.
Ooh.
That shit goes together.
What kind of Doritos though?
Jalapeno and cheddar.
That's
Yeah, I already
good.
told you.
What?
Why don't you listen?
I don't know.
Reinhardt, right? All Reinhardt?
Maybe I just don't care what you have to say.
That's probably it. Oh my god, are all Reinhardt? What?
We're not
We're no
playing.
limits?
Oh, okay. Are we all doing
I know
Reinhardt?
we were no limits.
I'll do Reinhardt.
They're all bastions.
We need Lucio. Oh my god.
They got one,
Fuck.
at least one bastion.
They're gonna tear through our
Again?
shields.
This is the same as last time, but now we're
I got.
defending.
As soon as one shield breaks, lift up another one.
Reaper's down.
Do you keep trying to cover
Sorry.
your back?
Sorry. I'm trying to look where people are. I'm telling you
Alright.
guys, a team of
Fucking
a team of
hammers.
Reinhardts
Jesus Christ.
can win this. I've done it before.
Alright, I'm switching.
Oh
Reinhardt's not
shit!
gonna,
I'm
not
getting
gonna
hit
work
from
for this.
behind. Fucking
No, no.
McCree. No. Shit.
Moira's?
Yes.
Mara!
I almost have my ultimate.
Fuck.
What did you guys go to?
Mara.
Okay, I'll do more on it. Come get your armor.
How's that Moira?
Go up your water bottle.
What?
Yeah, I'll go Moira. Come get your armor.
No, I heard a Torbjorn say that. What? Moira doesn't say that?
Oh my
Shit.
god, no!
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fuck!
That was
I'm
just
getting frozen.
like 10 seconds of you know you're gonna die.
Yeah. Yes. Give me your souls.
Screw-
Yes. Yes.
Fuck you, pig!
That's how you kill him.
They got the right idea.
I'll go, man. For sure, I'll go, man.
Just the one.
We
dude
even need a
was like-
fucking healer.
Just create walls. Fucking best.
Watch the bastion.
Oh my god, they got a fucking rope.
Just the walls. Just use
Oh
walls.
my god. Shit, I can't build one.
There's one in the
There we
back.
go.
There's
We're
one in the
getting
back
it.
Oh
too.
shit.
Yeah.
I fucking died.
There's one in the back though. We got a bar. Come on, can we get 2 bars? Oh, I got a bar.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
You see that?
Did you just create a giant wall?
If it wasn't for the one in the back there.
Oh shit, the old.
They're all frozen! They're all frozen!
Oh my god, this one's on the move. Shit. I haven't used that one yet. It's hard because it does the green screen in that first scene, and I don't like it showing the webcam at that point. I want to fill something in there, so I kind of want to edit that one, but I do really like it. I'm like, I'll use that one. Why not? There's a certain scene I wanted there. I think this is what I used. So this is what I used when I was trying to fix my old controller. This is the new one. Oh, wait, one. Well, it's not the new one. It's not the Series 2, but it's one that works because my last one has stick drift. I didn't fix it. Speaking of, I had no warranty because I won it on like. Speaking of stick drift, this is one of a set of Joy-Cons that was given to me, and this stick has a drift, and they're just spares. I never use them, so they've just been sitting there. And for the longest time, I'm gonna play some music. This is like Twitch and Chill is the playlist it's called. It says royalty free, no copyright, royalty free music. I don't know if that's the case, so I could get a copyright strike as opposed to my usual playlist. It seems like really loud on OBS. Try to lower it. So hopefully I don't get claims. But I figured I'd listen to this instead of my usual get hyped playlist that I have when I play games. And for this, oh boy, not what. Okay, not what I want either. Let's lock it in place. Lock everything. Put that. So at times I might have to leave, like just without warning, just leave the stream. There's a few things I'm trying to go. Oh, my monitor. This. Oh, let's full screen. This is IGN's. If I play this, I'll probably get a copyright strike. Because this is IGN doesn't mess around. But I think for the most part, this is my guide. If I mess anything up, Tom Marks is gonna help me here, in case I screw this up. Because I'm gonna be taking these things apart and replacing them with a custom. So just housekeeping. At some points, I'm just trying to listen for. Trying to keep an ear out. There's some things I gotta take care of, so I might just like every half hour or so I might just duck out and come back for a uncalculated period of time. Might just jump in and out. I'll try to edit down the stream if I have time to a full-length video, just like I did the last time I did this, so you can watch the whole process back if you want. I'm gonna try to keep things short, not my usual housekeeping stuff. I'm just gonna explain what I'm doing here. So I was gifted this set of Joy-Cons. I'm hoping they're in the frame here. So, and I got my webcam working, my secondary webcam. Apparently it's an issue with the hub, so I shouldn't be plugging it into hub. I should be plugging it in directly to my PC, which my webcam is here and my PC is over here. So unless I get an extension cable, it doesn't really work out that well. But luckily I only use this a few times for situations like this, or if I'm playing guitar. But my DAW doesn't seem to work, like the newest version of my DAW, while I'm streaming and have a whole bunch of other stuff open. My CPU can't handle it apparently. So I might either try to overclock it or maybe look at getting a new one, but I don't want to upgrade my PC right now. It's a lot of money that I don't have. I don't necessarily need it, especially with like the games I play and everything. If I'm streaming a lot of PC games and music stuff a lot and I decide that I do need that, maybe I will put the money towards it. Something I don't normally advertise, but I do have donation links down below. Tips, not donations. So if you do want to put some money towards my stream so I can afford stuff, go ahead. As you can see by my nice keyboard and everything, I just spend on shit that I want anyway, so if I need the upgrades I'll do it anyway. But having the extra cash does help. But what I have here, so I had on my Amazon wishlist for the longest time these clear blue Joy-Con shells, because the last time I'm gonna pull these up. This is on my Switch right now, and I might pull up my Switch. Actually, that's a good idea. I'm on my Switch right now. So these are pretty much primarily my main Joy-Cons. I'll switch to like the Mario Red one sometimes. I can't really see what I'm doing because of. Let me switch. All right. So if I go to controllers and sensors. Test input device. Button. Okay, there's also calibrate control stick. So this is the issue I'm having. So these are my main Joy-Cons pretty much, just because I have a custom back plating as well, which I'm not going to show because it's going to disrupt the signal here. But these are white Joy-Cons because everything on my desk is black or white. There's no black Joy-Cons, which I find weird because I would probably get black Joy-Cons, even with like custom shells. I can't find them. But I would love to have maybe even like black Joy-Cons with white buttons and sticks. That would be cool. I would like that. But I got a white backplate for my Switch. I got the white Joy-Cons. Everything else on my desk is white or black, so everything fits the same theme. So this is primarily what I use, just because it's right there. The other Joy-Cons I use normally are the red Mario ones. I do like those better than the neon reds. I think they look nicer. They also kind of fit with the white Switch as well, so I like how they look. So I'll switch between like those two. Sometimes I'll do the white and red because it looks like a Pokeball. So, but yeah, so these are my primary ones. I'll just put them in a grip right now. So you'll sometimes see me take like Instagram posts with like this thing, with my white Elite controller, and now my white. Oh wait, I got everything like black and white now. I got my Pro controller, all the controllers, and the newest edition, my white PS4 Pro, PS4 DualShock 4 controller. So the other thing I forgot to. The other thing I'm keeping an eye on. There's an important email and Instagram message I'm looking forward to, because as soon as I get that, I might have to end the stream because I need to finish a Christmas song cover and put it out there. There's one track that has an issue, so I need to look for a revision from the singer I'm collaborating with, who said he was going to send it to me yesterday, and I'm still waiting on it. And there's 5 days to Christmas. I'm on limited time. Even on the weekend, I'm on limited time. So as soon as I get it today, I'm going to be finishing that song. The video is finished, but put the song to the video, upload it, send it out to Patreon, YouTube, and SoundCloud as soon as possible, and then submit it for digital distribution on Spotify and all those other places. If I don't hear back from him, he sent me another lead track that was supposed to be like for anybody who's not musicians, like having more than one of the same track just adds to the space and the sound of everything. So it just makes it more filling, more stereo sound. So I have one of the lead tracks which does sound fine, and I have it mixed together. So if I don't get that lead track and I just don't have any more time and I don't hear a response from him, I'm just gonna put it out like that. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be as best as I can get it last minute, because I don't want to put out a track on Christmas. I want to do it beforehand, but I'm out of time now, so it's the ball's in his court, I guess. So yeah, those are the reasons why I might duck out. So I haven't even shown this off yet. So the clear blue Joy-Cons, I've had them on my wish list forever, and they were on sale on Amazon. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna order them. Click on the page, and I notice that these were an option instead. So they're just pretty cool. So these are, I don't know how well they show up, but they're Super Nintendo themed Joy-Con shells. And I've been playing some of the Super Nintendo games on the Nintendo Switch Online subscription. So I feel like these kind of fit. We're gonna go back to the repair scene. So I would like to use these instead. As much as I would love clear colored Joy-Cons that harken back to the Game Boy Color and N64 days, these are even more retro. Although what sucks is the left side is just a plain light gray Joy-Con, which kind of sucks. Like this the right one has at least the design on it. Like even if they put like, I don't even know, they put like a Nintendo logo on here. I guess they can't do that because it's licensed. But even like a Nintendo inspired logo, like the company's name in the Nintendo circle would have been cool. Just something to stick that one out. Instead, what they have are these buttons. So this is what kind of sticks it out. So these purple ones are for the main, like the right Joy-Con, and they do have ABXY on them. So they're the Super Nintendo style, the North American one. So those are the ones that I had as a kid. I never had a Super Nintendo. My cousin had it, and she had uh, those purple buttons. And then on this side, there's black buttons, which are the directional buttons. These are black. However, what I have here from my white Joy-Cons, these are the directional ones. From the white ones, these are spares, like spare buttons. I just use the original buttons on the normal Joy-Cons because I like the white and black contrast better than the white and colored buttons that they gave me. So these are colored buttons. And these are more Super Nintendo themed for like the European and Japanese Super Nintendos. And I think that these buttons would fit these controllers and they might look better than the purple one. As I grew up with the purple ones, but maybe I can do like a mix purple and color. Like color for the directional buttons and then purple for the face buttons. That could be interesting. So I'll have a mix of both. So if I this is gonna look dumb. I haven't done one of these repairs in a long time, so I'm not gonna remember how to do something and I'm gonna screw it up. And I don't have tweezers for. Oh, I do. Okay, good. I need those tweezers. Because those ribbons are the worst part of it. Like everything else I can handle, it's aligning those ribbons back, and everything has to be aligned perfectly. And you have to like put it in, and hopefully it doesn't slide out. And then hopefully I don't lose a screw, which I did lose a screw on one of the white ones, but it wasn't a necessary screw. Everything still held together. The issue with the white ones is I guess they're an old revision of those shells, like the first ones, and I didn't realize because the right Joy-Con is lifted a bit. I can't tighten it all the way, otherwise some of the buttons don't register, so I have to have it loose because a piece of plastic is inside the right one that I need to file down, and obviously I haven't had time to put effort into filing it down. So it works fine. The Joy-Con works perfectly well. It's just not put together perfectly and kind of sticks out a bit on my Switch and the Joy-Con grip. So it's not ideal, but it does work. So if I have time to file down that piece of plastic, it'll be perfect. These I think are the new ones, so I shouldn't have that issue with these. But I not. What? You hold it down. I like how this. I could just have like just any colored button aren't labeled, and the shell just tells me buttons. I could just go like all black, go lettering. Fine. Not that I would with controller. Kind of comparing what I want to do. So this is my HD camera. This is what the Joy-Con looks like with the purple buttons. Which so that's what I grew up with, and that's what I'm used to. Those are the North American purple buttons. Now I have the colored ones here. These are the. Oh, I do have the face ones here. Side. Why do I have two yellow buttons? They're both I have two fair buttons. Why did they say? So if I lose a B button, I'm fine. So this is the Super Nintendo layout. The rest of got the purple ones. Got the colorful. See why people. Oh, I think I like this. This stands out so much more. I don't know if those are the right colors. Yeah. Okay. If I do SNES, Japan controller. Yeah. Whoa. Actually, yeah, these are the right colors. Wow, I did not realize. So they have A is red, B is yellow. So weird. Screwed up my X button. So A is red, B is yellow, Y is green, and X is blue. That seems so weird to me. Alright, I think I'm gonna do the colorful ones. I'm gonna put the ones in a bag. I also have a bag of screws, but they don't look like, I don't know. Alright. So just give me a minute. I will be right back.
That was awesome.
This is a fun challenge.
Yeah.
Can we do it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
I'm having a great time. How do you kill 6 bastions?
With
6 mains?
range.
Everybody's doing it. Yeah, let's go.
Go.
What,
Yeah, we
everybody's
just gotta
around?
time it.
Oh, okay.
Being
Yeah, because
serious
if we
now.
all
It's
shoot the ball at the
it's
same
fun
time.
and games at the beginning, but
The
alright, shoot it in the room.
one person still may.
It's too unorganized. If we had a full party of
Yeah.
6, this would totally work. Are we gonna get overtime? We gonna get overtime?
Shit.
No. Oh my
No.
god. No. Nobody's there. Yeah. We could have totally did that.
I think you can beat a team of 6 bastions with 6 sprays.
Yeah. We needed to.
Sorry, I forgot my mic wasn't on. So like I said, I'll have to. Okay, sorry, I just had a text. I like those gold colored Joy-Cons on this thing. And I got the exact same white backplate that's in that video. And those white Joy-Cons. So I'm gonna do the colored buttons because I like them better. And it's gonna show you the issue that I have with this. I'm pretty sure it's the blue Joy-Con that has the issue. So I'm gonna go back to my switch screen. So press A to calibrate. Okay, press A. This one. So if I move this one around, okay, now it's not doing it. Maybe it's the red one. One of the sticks was drifting. There we go. Okay. So you can kind of see it's moving on its own. it's moving on its own. I'm not touching it. So that's where the drift comes. And maybe you're like, oh, it's barely moving. What's the big deal? It's still like pretty centered. In some games, like it'll just scroll through the menu or just move around, and it's a big hassle. So can't leave. This controller should be fine. Go back. This one I think is fine, and I hope it is because I only ordered one stick replacement. Now you might be saying, Till, you're an idiot. Why not just ship them out to Nintendo? They repair them for free. Yes, but that takes a lot of time, and I wanted to do this while I have time off. And same with the stick. I should have ordered it a long time ago. Much cheaper from China on eBay. Even though my experience with that isn't great. Although the last stick I got for the white, because one of the Joy-Cons on the controllers that I modded with the white shells had the same issue. So I ordered a replacement stick online for really cheap. Did the repair and everything worked out great. So I'm hoping this is the same thing. I didn't order from the same seller because I don't remember who that was. But this was on Amazon Prime and it was like 1 day shipping. So I'm like, I'll order it right now and have it in time to do the stream. So this is the replacement stick. Let me go back to my full screen. So this is the replacement stick that I'm going to be replacing on the blue Joy-Con. I'm going to shut them off actually. So push the button on the side here, shut off. There we go. I got like a little dish to put my screws. Hopefully I don't lose them. The other thing I want to do before I get started on the messy stuff, if I can find my knife. This thing was on sale. It wasn't on sale. Actually, it might have been on sale, but there was an Amazon warehouse deal on this thing. And I wanted to get the clear blue or different colored version of this controller, but they're more expensive. And I didn't really need this. It's an N64 controller, but not the traditional one. It's a remade one by a company called is it called Retro Fighters is the company. So they've been on my wish list. It's more like modern style controller. So instead of having the 3 handles, so you having to be an alien with 3 hands to hold it, this is more modern where you just need 2 hands. The thumbstick or the analog stick is where your thumb is. D-pad's just below it, and all the buttons are where you normally see it on a regular controller. Now this was an Amazon warehouse deal for the gray version, which is the first one that they made. Now they have different colored ones that are a bit higher price, I think like $5-10 more. But I went with the gray one because it was cheaper, and it still has the retro look. I'm gonna test it out with my N64 at some point, but I don't have it hooked up. But this was the lowest price I've ever seen it, so I just got it. According to the Amazon warehouse deal, this controller's like new, but the packaging is damaged, which it is. So it's as advertised. So here we go. It's Amazon. I don't know if I should show if there's any numbers or anything I shouldn't show. But Amazon warehouse deals inspected. Given that almost everything's automated from Amazon now, I don't know if an actual person inspected this or not. I would assume so though. But we're gonna open it up and see. Hopefully the controller isn't damaged or has any mark, because there was one that was cheaper that said like a few dollars cheaper and said that the controller had cosmetic issues, but this one was like new. So I decided to spend the extra couple dollars to make sure that I didn't have any hassle and that this one was like new. So I didn't have to, because it doesn't specify what are the cosmetic damages. Is it like a big giant stain on the controller, or is it like a little tiny scratch? Because if it specified or had pictures, like maybe I would have went with that one, but I wanted to be safe. Because sometimes I don't care. I buy stuff that has like little scratches. I don't care. But it's gotta like specify it. So I didn't want to get it and return it, but there's a possibility I might have to return this one. It is packed tight with tape. But I can show you, like on the box, you can kind of see the layout. So that's the layout of the controller. There's different colors they have. So they got like a see-through blue, red, green, and I don't remember, orange I think is the other one. So more reminiscent to the different style controllers from the N64 era. So they had those different colors. So if you're looking for a easier way to play N64 games, this might be it. I've heard some comparisons towards the analog stick to the main analog stick on the regular N64 and how different they are, but everything else seems to be fine on the controller, is what most people say. Here's the thing, most analog sticks on any N64 controller that you can find now are all worn out or gunky, and they're loose, and you just can't. I think that comparison just doesn't work now. There's no new N64 games that are being made by Nintendo. They're all worn, so you can't make that comparison. If you can somehow find an unused N64 controller, compare that, sure, but I doubt you can. There's a little pamphlet that it comes with. But that, I don't know how, maybe it says how it works. About us, about the company, thank you. And they have like little designs and stuff. There's nothing, no real information on that thing. So everything I think still comes in the box. It is a wired controller. Does not look like it's detachable. So just like any other N64 controller. And then this, man, this looks. I really want to test this out. This looks great. I might get like a display for this. I want to get a display for a lot of my controllers, just to like hold them up. So I got I also need to get RGB lights. I had some, but they broke. Not RGB, but I had like a blue light. Side. But back there, you can barely see it because it's dark. I don't want to turn on the light. Back there, I have a retro console. So there's from left to right, N64, GameCube, Wii Mini, which that was also gifted to me. I would have never bought a Wii Mini. Maybe the Wii because it plays GameCube games, but I got a GameCube anyway. And then there's the PS2. I also have. I feel like I have another console. Oh, I got an Xbox 360 on my P here. Then I got my Switch, Xbox One, and PS4 hooked up to my main setup with my PC, just in case I want to stream anything from. The retro stuff are not hooked up. As you can see, there's no TV there. They're just for display. So if I want to use them, cables and controllers and everything are underneath in drawers right below them. So I can easily just take stuff out, plug it in, and play it. I don't have a proper TV for them. I just got my HD TV, but I do have an adapter that hooks it up. They don't look great, but you know, I'm not going to spend a fortune on upscale. So let me, this box is useless. It's all damaged. I'm gonna toss that aside. So yeah, this is the controller. I'm excited to try this out. I've seen a lot of reviews on this. There's other controllers like this. I think Hyperkin is the company that makes the other one. It's a little bit of an odd design, but some people seem to like that controller better.
IGN here to
Sorry. Actually, I think I saw like a giveaway for one of the Hyperkin controllers somewhere. Maybe Cheap Ass Gamer or something, or Wario64. Hyperkin N64 controller. Let's see. This is what the Hyperkin one looks like, and I think there's two different models for it. I don't remember what the differences are. That looks weird to me. That doesn't. A lot of people are like, yeah, this one's better. It's more comfortable. Blah blah blah. Has this and that. Is this? Oh, this one's wireless. Maybe that's why. I think they had a wired one too. Wireless would be cool. But I don't necessarily think I would be dishing out more money on a wireless N64 controller at this time. Maybe in the future, if I have like a lot of Mario Party game nights or something. But this one's cool. It's definitely more comfortable than an N64 controller. So get the main layouts here. So the face buttons, the ST buttons. It'd be cool if they were in a stick, but I think for most games on the N64, they're not really optimized that way for an analog stick anyway. So it's probably better just to have the buttons. You have clear and turbo. I don't know what that means, and I didn't see anything in the manual that specified what that means. So they're there if you want to use clear and turbo. The left stick doesn't click in, so there's no additional function, but it's for an N64, so you wouldn't really use this on a PC anyway. D-pad feels like a regular D-pad. And you get start buttons, got the shoulder buttons. Which one's Z? Oh, both of these triggers are Z, so you can use either one. It looks like I'd probably use the left one because it's more natural to what I remember with your thumb on the analog stick when you're using the middle controller, and then the Z button was underneath that, and then you have your L and R. So, and then there's also the pack for the Rumble pack, which I think I have. I think I still have. So this is cool. I'm looking forward to using this at some point. So that's gonna sit there. Oh, I should move the camera away. I just saw that. Maybe I'll cut that out. Sorry for the view. Yeah, so now that we got that controller out of the way, let's do this repair. Got some jazzy music playing, and I get it. All right. So let's see. I guess we'll start with the blue one, the left one. Do I want? I think I should put because it just has black buttons, which are the same. I'm doing a custom look. Might as well put the colored ones on there, right? So I think I'm gonna do the colored buttons. I gotta remember how to open these things up. So this is gonna be a pain. Might have to. All my stuff's on this side, so I might like shifting off screen. But let's see. There's 2 different screwdrivers you need. It's 2 different size screws. And I have 3 of them. Oh, maybe there's 3 different. I think there's 2 tri screws. I can't even see. That's just regular Phillips. That's a tri, and that's a tri. So there's two tri-size screws, and then there's the regular screws. So hopefully I don't lose anything. Try to shut this off. So the outside ones, or strip anything. Hopefully I don't strip anything. And also between the left and the right one, one's more difficult than the other, and I think the right one's more difficult because it has the IR sensor, but I can't remember. So I'm gonna try to show this on screen, but I don't know if I can. Just it'll be difficult for me to adjust everything. So this is the broken one. This is the one I gotta try to replace the analog stick with right here. Oop. 4 of these screws. This is so, like, I'm fine doing the Joy-Con repairs, but I wouldn't, like, someone was telling me I should pay to do them. Like mod them or fix them. It's the ribbons that are the thing I hate the most. It's just so, like, I'm so uncomfortable doing it all the time, and I have to align it perfectly. I can never get it, and it's so time consuming. So that's the reason why I would never do that. Otherwise, a lot of people say like this is really difficult to do. They wouldn't recommend it, which I agree. But for the most part, I'm fine doing them. Like the rest of the Joy-Con repair is okay. It's the ribbons and aligning them, because some of them, like, you have to bend a certain way and fit in a certain way. I have a limited space here for my webcam. I'm sorry. This, I remember how to. This is also nasty. Like, I would say I should clean this, but I'm replacing the shell anyway, so get rid of the nasty looking shell. Okay, so this opens up like this. Something's hot. Okay, and then there are the ribbons here. Now I'm trying to remember what the next step is. I think you have to keep this on. Battery here. There's a little, take this out. I want to rip open. It's hard to get to. Hold on. Before I continue, I'm just gonna take another quick break. I'll be right back.
You go. Okay, it's fallen. You go. And we're fine. I mean, I'm down to just play Moira all the time. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Okay, I'm getting used to her now.
Moira, this fucking Moira.
You can't one Moira, 6 Moiras. Doesn't work that way.
I don't think so. It's my health now.
I don't know what's happening. Am I being healed? Am I being damaged? What's going on?
You being everything. We're Moira. More heals. Heals. Heals.
Why?
I needed heals.
Oh, they're Moiring.
Wow. Moiring hard.
Moiring.
Yes.
Oh.
Feed me your souls.
What up?
Shit.
Aw. I got Moira.
Moira them back.
Moira.
Where are you? Come here. Let me Moira you.
Okay, someone's gotta do damage.
Doing damage. Where'd they all go? There we
They're all
go.
dead. They got Moira.
Fucking heal. Heal up.
Moira the point. There's a fairy on the Moira. I don't think I need a Moira, right?
Somebody Moira me.
Moira's down. They're like,
Oh,
how do we
right,
beat
the
these
Moira.
Moiras?
You don't. You accept your fate.
Fucking hate when they pick Moira.
No, it's so unfair.
I know, Moira's fucking broken as shit.
Guys, no! No!
Wow,
no.
I got fucked.
She
No.
interrupted my Moira.
Where'd all these heavy hitters
Oh
come
my
from?
god! What the fuck? I almost have my ultimate.
Oh.
One a week, Mike.
Alright!
Mike,
Yay,
my
Mike.
Moira. Look at that range.
Oh, fuck you,
Holy
Pharaoh!
shit.
Range!
I just realized my speaker audio's wrong.
A game when we're losing like that and you come back.
Went through two mantises, two ultra mantises.
Mantis? Mantis?
Mantis and a banshee.
Mantis?
Antison.
I mean, and a wraith.
Mantis plural.
Probably just mantis. There was so many
Mantises.
mantis.
Anton. Anton.
Or mantis or mantises?
Mooses.
Anton.
What was... Is it mooses?
I don't know.
Moose plural.
Good enough for me.
Can't remember, I looked it up last time. The usual plural of moose is moose.
So much moose.
Why is the plural of moose not meese? Oxford words. Somehow my Stream Deck shocked me. Which is weird, like the top left button. I'm not gonna say anything about the product. I'm sure it's my fault because I'm in a old basement with carpet, so with socks on. So, yeah, that's probably all it is. So yeah, I might be ducking in and out from time to time on the stream, just as a reminder. So let me see what Tom Marks has to say about what I'm doing wrong here. I might watch this at 1.25 speed. Who else does that on YouTube? I do that constantly. There's so much. I watch a lot of long form content. I'm like, I don't have time. Why do I keep doing this to myself? And I just watch everything at 1.25 speed on podcasts and stuff. Okay, 1.25. Okay, Tom, kick it off.
Show you how to put new custom backs and casing onto your Joy-Con and Switch. We got these cases from Base Top on Amazon. They've got a wide range of colors. We're gonna
That's
put the
where
white
I got
ones
this
on
one from, I
There's already
think.
the gold ones you can see here. They've got a whole range, transparent, all that sort of stuff. We're going to be using tools from a set by E-Durable, also available on Amazon. This is a set specifically made for taking apart Nintendo things. They've got a special little tri-wing screwdriver that's made just for that. But before we begin, keep in mind that this will almost certainly void your warranty, so proceed with caution. Do this at
I
your
don't
own
think
risk.
it will with
Also, it's not
Nintendo's
so
updated
difficult, but It is
warranty.
a little bit tricky in certain spots, especially those tri-wing screws are hard to get off. We actually stripped a screw on one of the switches we did preparing for this video, and we couldn't get the case off, and we had to get a different switch for that. So proceed with caution for sure. Make sure you're prepared to do this, but let's get started. We're going to start by replacing the back of the switch. We've already got a custom transparent
I
back
already
so you
did
can see
that.
things more clearly, and we're using our switch case as a soft surface so the screen isn't damaged. To start, you'll need to use the tri-wing screwdriver to take out 4 screws, one on each corner of the switch.
That's the back of
These are
my
the tightest
Switch.
screws in this entire process, and you'll need to press very hard and turn slowly to get them started, being very careful not to strip the screw head. Next, there are 6 Phillips head screws around the edge of the switch to take off. 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, 1 under the kickstand, and 1 pry-wing screws from the back corners, similar to the back of the switch. Use the pry tool to pop the back piece off, but don't
This
pull
is
it
the
too far
right.
apart as it's
No,
attached
the
to
left
panels.
Joy-Con. Good.
Next, I want to remove the battery by sliding the pry tool under it and twisting until the double stick tape holding it down pops off. Then gently pull the back.
Actually, there was no tape that popped off on mine, so I think somebody took this apart before. Maybe that's why it's drifting. Actually, that's pretty. It just opened up easily. I didn't even feel it.
Battery cable up and away from the Joy-Con until it unplugs.
Yeah, so I just gotta apply pressure, and that's what I'm really nervous about when it comes to this. Just pulling on this thing, but yeah, it comes out easily. Just try not to. I guess just yank it or something. Just apply constant pressure and then pull it out. Because this is a very thin screw, so I think you can damage it pretty easily if you try.
You'll have to unscrew these 3 Phillips head screws to take out the inner piece, which is also attached with the cable. Now come the tiny bits. With your
Okay. One. That's the middle piece. One over here, close by where the battery, the cable was. This doesn't fit, so it's got to be the other screwdriver. This is the smaller one. Oh no, that's just the Phillips. Okay. Do the right. I also wish I had like a magnetic tool. Like kind of sticking on magnetically to my screw, but then it goes. Which is, I think this is the rumble motor. Like really mag. I'm gonna have. I think this is stuck on, so I might have to like yank it. Try it. So that's the other. I should really be pulling this out first. I want to. I guess I might not need to, as long as I just hold it in place there. It's not like in here. Affecting pulling the screw out. Dang. Phillips ones go in their own separate area in the dish, so I don't lose them. Put in the wrong screw. This one I feel like I'm tripping. I don't want to. This is why I hate doing this. You gotta like hold this thing together so it doesn't fall apart or bend or snap while I take the screw out. There's the second one. By the way, as far as I can tell, actually I should probably check. I haven't got that email or message yet. Nope. Man, this really sucks because I really wanted to get that song out last night, actually. I was going to finish everything, put it out last night. If it wasn't for that one tiny mistake. If I get like enough viewers or anything today while I stream, maybe I'll preview it. Even the video. I got the video done. But I have the instrumental for the video, not the full track. Alright, so this middle piece comes out, but there's a ribbon. This is the part I hate the most. There's a ribbon that goes around the trigger here. And it folds around this like little area, and when you're putting it back, you have to put it back that same way. Otherwise you're screwed. That's the one that I hate the most because it's so awkward. So there's a little, man, all my tools are all over the place. There's a little flap up. Now my hands are. You lift up that flap and then you can just pull out the ribbon. So there's that. And then this piece, since I'm replacing the entire shell, because otherwise you'd see like this little blue portion of the Joy-Con, like right in between the buttons. And you don't want to do that. This part's a pain because you have to. Man, I can't remember how to take this out. I think you gotta like force it. You gotta like pry in and force it out, and it's very awkward.
Tweezers, you'll need to disconnect 5 different ribbon cables from the board. To
Oh, okay, so you're doing that step first.
do that, lift the little black or gray flap locking them in, then gently connect 5 different ribbon bits with your which is also attached with the cable. Now come the tiny bits. With your tweezers, you'll need to disconnect.
Okay, so this we'll follow Tom's guide, and we'll leave that aside for now. So the other tweezer, the other parts. This is the stick. The ribbon for this. Flip that piece up, and should have. Then we gotta unscrew it, so that comes out last. And this side, move this part. I don't know. Oh yeah, it does go up. Okay. 2 different directions for this. Okay, so this we can move aside too. Okay, so all those pieces are out of the way. Next, I don't even know what this is for. Start button. Start button. Ribbon for start button. I think that's all of the plugs.
Connect 5 different ribbon cables from the board. To do that, lift the little black or gray flap locking them in, then gently pull the cable out. Set the other case pieces aside along with the L button. Next, unscrew the 2 Phillips head screws.
Okay, L button. This is the L button, and it has a little spring. So don't lose that spring. Okay, and then next we're taking the screws out. So. Yeah, got the. Strip it. Feel it. Most important part, because you need to place the stick. The whole purpose of this. Okay. These are all so those. Wait. The worst when you strip a screw, because you're just like, I don't know what to do now. There's like that elastic trick which I've seen work, but now what? How am I getting all the tech? Yeah, phone bills. So I live in a part of Canada that's like the border of the US, and if I go downtown, my cell coverage is like weak there, and there's a building that I go to where it's like in the basement. My cell signal is weak there, and it automatically thinks I'm in the US. Apparently US cell towers are stronger in like Canada than, or my part of the area where I live, than actual Canadian towers for cell services. So my service provider's like, oh, welcome to the US. By the way, any text messages or calls or anything that you receive, we're gonna bill you extra. I'm just like, I'm in Canada. Don't receive those texts and stuff. And I have to change the setting on my phone every time. It just automatically switches default. Like I can't make it permanent. Like I have it set don't roam, and they're like, okay, you won't roam for data, but for everything else you will receive that unless you opt out every time it thinks you're in the US. I have to like keep calling them and saying, hey, I wasn't in the US, why are you billing me? Oh yeah, this is the new stick, but we're not putting it back here. I'm not thinking right. Okay, so we got the stick out.
Screws holding the joystick in place and remove it. Unscrew 2 more Phillips head screws holding the board onto the front piece of the...
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that step. That's the tri-wing. Here's the Phillips. Yeah. So there's 2 screws on the board. And these are smaller ones. So I want to separate. So what are the other tri-wing ones? Because I thought there's two different size tri-wing screws that I need. Unless somebody replaced these screws. Oh yeah, so the board I can take out. Oh, I haven't. The board is out. And this is the... I don't even know what piece this is. Oh, all the buttons came out. Alright, so spare buttons. I'm not using those ones. I'm going to be putting the colorful ones in. There's capture button. They got it. Alright, so I got spare buttons there. Then there's this little like dome thing here that goes around the Joy-Con. I don't even know if it's really necessary, but you just have to, oh, not trying it. You just have to like peel it off. And there's adhesives here, so once you take it off, it doesn't sit properly back on unless you glue it back on. But you don't really need to. As long as you have it sitting properly, you're fine. So you just grab and pull. I want to rip it. Alright, so one side's out. Other side. Can't get a good grip with this thing. I don't know why. Alright, so that's, you can barely see that on camera. That's the little ring that goes around the stick. And it's not going to stick back on the same way. It's going to sit loose, but as long as you align it properly, and there's 2 little divots here that help you do that. So you just have to put the rings around here and it lines up fine. And then you just lay the stick down and everything should align properly. Then, I don't know what this piece is for. Oh, this is for the trigger. It's just a little tiny button. I think I broke that off of one of my Joy-Cons once as I was trying to fix it, and I had to order a replacement piece. Which ended up working, so. Hoping they're all the same. Okay, so there's the little shoulder button. Oh, it's attached to this thing. It like folds, so there's another little ribbon. Oh man, you can't really see that. It's not a full HD camera, I'm sorry. That's 720p. But this little piece is attached to a ribbon on this other piece, so let's try not to snap that. There's one more screw on here. And then if I take this out, where did the screw go? What's in the screws in here? Maybe 5 little screws, 5 medium screws and then 4 large screws. The large ones have the tri-wing. There's a little rubber piece here, and then the minus button. I got all my buttons aside. There's the outer shell, the disgusting one that needs to be cleaned, but we're just gonna get rid of that. I got like 2 of these spare blue shells now. Okay, I don't need it though, so I'm gonna put it aside. This part I can't remember what to do, so we're gonna let Tom take over and see what he says.
The Joy-Con. Gently pry the white block off its double stick tape and lift it out along with the entire board. From this point on, don't turn the piece upside down or the buttons will fall out.
I did that.
The 3 remaining Phillips head screws near the top of the Joy-Con and set that wiring aside as well. Now we need to move the buttons over to the new case. Take off the rubber covers with your tweezers, then pick up the buttons and put them in the corresponding spots.
What about the middle
Make
piece?
sure the notches line up correctly in the holes and that the buttons fall out freely. If they're too tight or don't sit correctly, you may need to sand or file the holes to give the buttons more room. If you're using the color buttons that come with Basetop's custom Joy-Cons, be sure to put them in the right spots.
Alright, so let's follow that step, I guess. So we've got the directional buttons. Yeah, there's no point in me putting the black buttons that comes with on there, because it just looks stupid. It just looks like a light gray Joy-Con with black buttons, and that's boring. So let's put the colored ones on, and that just, like, if I'm doing that, I might as well put the colored face buttons on the other one too. So I don't know if I'm just following. So I got the button layouts on the other one here. So if I'm following that one, this the green, then yellow. That way. And red. And blue. Everything kind of lines up because there's like little gray pieces, so you can't really put the wrong button in the wrong spot. Shoot, and how did this rubber one go? Oh. Couldn't remember which side went on. Okay, and then I guess we'll do the piece for the analog stick. I wish I had it set up where I can just remove my... I need a wireless keyboard. I love the Corsair one that I have. Oh, I was completely wrong when I showed the spots where this lines up to. They're just little tiny things right there. They can easily like move over, so even when you're putting in the stick, like the stick right here. Although I think I have to wait until the board's on, so I can't put the stick yet. The minus button I can put. Minus button. All right. And for the home button, no, this would be the caption. One side longer. All right. I can't flip it over because then all the buttons would fall over, but I got all the buttons in with the padding.
Actually get the red and the green positions flipped here and had to open it back up and swap them later. Once they're in place, put the rubber covers back on. You'll also want to use tweezers to peel off the black ring around the joystick hole and put it in the new case, lining the two little holes in it up with the tiny pegs. Next, screw the wiring over the minus button back in, and then carefully put the board and the white block in place as well.
I feel like I should have did that first before I did everything else. Because now they just might fall off while I'm trying to do that. But okay. Your guide, Tom. Okay. This part's gonna be tricky, I think. We'll do this piece first. Screw in. Gotta line it up perfectly. Suck. I guess I see why. Like, if you want to do the button after you do this part, you gotta do the button. Now I lost it. The buttons don't fall. Hold this in. Oh no, very tight. Oh, not aligning properly. Just feel everything was bigger. A little bit bigger. Where's the switch? Need the switch on. It's actually happening. Screaming. Buttons are going away. I'm just doing the minus button. That's all I can handle right now. Okay, all the buttons are out. Okay. This here. Fat finger doesn't. I like this spy noir music. Oh. That was a pain in the ass. Yeah, why? Can you focus, please? I don't know if I can focus this. I'll guess. Oh. Oh, guitar camp. I usually use this for when I'm playing guitar. Configure video. Advanced settings, right? Oh, and I hope the audio isn't capturing on my webcam. I don't think it is. Oh yeah, the audio's off. Okay. Alright, so configure video. I shut right light off. Change anything? Oh, that looks better with it on. Brightness, contrast, color time. Nothing about focus. You can zoom in, makes it worse. No, okay. It just has the one focus level, I guess. But there's a little tiny screw there. It's a pain in the ass. Okay. Now there's a second one. I gotta flip. No, two. There's another two. I gotta flip this over and hold it in place. Do the same thing. Same thing on the other. Worst part is. Worst part's. Oh. One's on. Here, cool. Good thing I'm doing this. Seen these mats. I think it's. But it's. Board isn't. Nope. It has like different like grids and stuff. So find the screws very neat. All right, so that's on. That's one ribbon down. This is a very time-consuming process. So if you don't have a lot of time, this is why I waited till I had time off to do this. If you don't have a lot of time to work on this, you're just in the middle of it and you have to leave it torn apart. At that point, do have prior engagements I have to tend to later, so I gotta try to complete this as fast as I can. So next, I guess our buttons. Let's see. Yeah, because I gotta place the board down. So put the button back. think it was goes on. And the capture button. Where all the buttons are on. Board goes on there. And all the buttons click, so everything's there. Alright, so the board is in.
Making sure the ribbon cable from the button isn't under the board. Screw the 2 screws back onto the board, but make sure not to tighten them too much or the buttons won't depress. So
Okay. This goes back in here. I think. Where does this go? This way? Yeah. That's in. Now we gotta put the 2 screws back.
give the button. Screw the 2 screws back onto the board, but make sure not.
So it's on this side and this side. These 2 screws. Which 2 screws, Tom?
Not to making sure the ribbon cable from the button isn't under the board. Screw the 2
So one by this ribbon
screws back onto the board, but make sure not to.
And the other one by this chip. One goes right here. Shoot, where's my screwdriver? One right here. On an angle. I'm doing. Man, it feels like this casing is not built for these screws. Maybe be careful with the Super Nintendo. The white one seemed fine, it was just a piece of plastic that was... it was just that little piece of plastic that was lifting up the right Joy-Con that you couldn't completely tighten it. Because it wasn't built properly, I guess. But so far they were fine. So I would assume that white one and then the transparent ones that they have are all okay. These are fine. Buttons all press. Oops, those are the face buttons. Capture button presses. I think it's all good.
To tighten them too much or the buttons won't depress. So give the buttons a test at this point. If everything is good, put the joystick back through the hole and screw it back on.
Alright, the new joystick. So hopefully this one doesn't drift. If I bought a defective joystick, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll have to go through all this over again. Lift the ribbon over. Tuck underneath. And I think this is done. Doesn't feel like it. I think that little black piece is to, like, that little paper thin piece is to make sure the dust that doesn't get inside the Joy-Con, which also causes drift. But, you know, look how well that works. So, I don't think it's completely necessary. But I would still recommend moving that piece over. Not, it's like the easiest part of this. Screw in. This is not lining up. I think this casing is not built. This is not going in. Yeah. This is the top. I feel like it's not going in. So annoying. And I can't lay it down because of the joystick. Once I get the joystick, I can do this. Like the holes are just a little bit too small. Presenting. It's so uncomfortable. Like I got it in, I need to hold the position, and it falls in. I'm not even at the ribbons yet. The ribbons are the worst. Day. Where'd it go? He's falling out. Going on in it. Pressure. I'm ready to use a different. all this. Not fitting. You can see what custom Joy-Cons cost. Here to buy like, colorware. Actually, I think for the price, considered like the custom work, labor involved, it's not that much. It's a pretty good price for custom colorware or similar. Other controllers, maybe not so much, because like the Xbox ones are like really easy to take apart. Like I've taken apart a lot of Xbox controllers, on both 360 and Xbox One. They're not hard, especially in comparison to the cons. I might move my camera. Through this MF hole. Okay, I think it's going in now. One. I did it. I got the one. The one is in. There you go. Got the one at the bottom there. And I gotta get the one underneath that ribbon that's sticking out. Somehow lay it flat again. Alright, let's move my camera around. So I gotta get I think it's Alt. Well, hello. Alright. Still kind of duck out of the screen to do this. Go all the way here. Alright, so that's one screw. The other one. Wait, this is almost 2 hours. Just for this, I'm not even halfway through this first Joy-Con. Hoping this would take me at most 3 hours, but they don't. Enough to go in the hole. No. Oh my God, doesn't want to stay in place. This sucks. Don't do this. Like, they look cool afterwards, but it's not worth it. Pay the extra money. really want. That's what they come. Actually, I think the colorware Super Nintendo ones are much. I think they still make not too. On the extra. And for me, this was cheap. For the Joy-Cons, shells were pretty like $30. Isn't really cheap, but I mean. That hole is way too small for this screw. Like, what the hell? This is the same screw as they're all the same size screw though. Oh. What was the screw? Alright. Especially don't do this if you have fat fingers. Will most definitely not be able to get. Yeah, you get on. Like the most difficult thing in the world, and these screws turning. Breaks. Where it strips. And now it's going in. Now it's not dripping. Dripping this. Maybe on that. Bars, I'm gonna put it. Alright, it's in. It's clicking. So it didn't damage anything. But now I can just lay it down. Do the rest without worry about it moving around. Alright, Tom. Oh wait. What did I do?
Now set the front case piece aside and take the back piece with the track.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I got the other pieces. Alright, so this one.
You'll need to unscrew a single Phillips head screw to remove the track, then move the release button over to the new case.
Can you slow down? I know I have you at 1.25. More screws on. Okay, that's a different size one. I'm gonna go just a single screw, pop open, and the button just fell out. So be aware of that. This is going to the new one. It is right here. That's the release button. Release the Joy-Cons from the rail. And then what do you do?
Put the track back on and put the screw in the same position.
Oh, that's easy. So this is the easy part. Just a single screw and just... single screw. You don't screw. Very tiny screw. Easily lose it. That. Oh. Can't align this. I'm trying to do it with this screwdriver. Hang. Screw. This one's going in, no problem. There we go. And that's that. So you still, the problem with this is you still get these blue buttons, but I don't care. You're never seeing this anyway, unless you're playing with the Joy-Con sideways. My white ones have it too. I think there are ways that you can replace this. Actually, it's pretty easy. There's just, looks pretty easy anyway. There's 2 screws on this inner rail here. So if you have replacement buttons, I think ideally you just pop out buttons, put in the new ones. Base Top or company similar to it that I've ordered don't have the replacement inner buttons. They just do the outer shell, but that's no big deal. I mean, it kind of helps you differentiate it, because on the Switch, it doesn't know that you have custom Joy-Cons. It's going to recognize like the programming in the controller, and it'll show up as a blue Joy-Con on the system. It'll say, hey, you connected a blue Joy-Con even though it's gray. So this helps differentiate, oh, this is my Joy-Con because it's blue inside. So that's how you know. Good thing, it's actually a good thing to have these in here. They're not, and they don't stick out or anything, so they're not obtrusive, so it's fine.
Finally, we move on to the inner case piece. It may be a little hard to see here, but to get the ZL button off, you need to press the bottom of it down, then pry the top of it up and away from the case.
This is the hardest part, is getting this button off. But I think you just have to like pull it pretty hard. So like he said, it's a little bit hard to explain how he said it. But I think if you just pull like really hard, it'll come out. So it's like... Actually, you know what? I might have a better idea. It's basically hooked on by teeth inside here. So maybe if you just... Actually, this is way too thick, so I can't even reach inside. If you have better tweezers than I do, you can like hook in here and then just like pop those teeth open, then you can probably pry it open. But instead, try to, without snapping this, yeah, just like push it in. Oh, it's hard to describe though. I'm like pushing this in and pulling out. Part of it came out. You definitely break something here though. Don't do this right. I don't think there's really a right way to do this though. I can get that piece. Alright.
Olives had a major run.
Just this one that doesn't want to unhook.
Maraschino cherries, major run. No one had a run like limes. No one.
Alright. I gotta do this for the other one too. And it's such a throwaway part in this tutorial. It's like, oh, it's nothing, just pop it out and just pull it out. But it's like the hardest part of the whole process. This button with this ribbon. This ribbon's gonna be a pain in the ass later. Let me tell you. Oh. Alright. It definitely feels like I snapped something. I think we're all good. 2 springs came out. feels like I snapped something off, but I don't think I did. That's the button. The 2 springs came out. One is underneath my keyboard. Okay. So there's these 2 springs. See them? So they're right there. They go inside this button. You have to align that up perfectly too. This middle piece is like the worst part. After everything I did, this is the worst part. Okay. Take the screw out of the single screw inside. Oh. I don't think I. Oh, I did. One screw there. Yes. Alright, and that's the trigger. The button for the trigger. That side there. This piece is done. Don't need that. And then we gotta put it back in. Is the worst part. Actually, this part's not the worst part. It's putting the middle piece back with it. Oh, this is upside. So line this up. So lines up in there, and you gotta back. I'm surprised I haven't lost it through yet. Not good. In. Now everything. I think got it. Lights back in. Why is this so difficult? Oh my god, the whole thing. The ribbon. I can't even lay it flat. Go. A. An angle. I think it's fine. That's in. That's good. Don't worry about that. Now I have to worry about the button. So there's 2 little divots that don't pop out. Very tiny. Kind of sit on an angle. And you have to line them up at the button too. And you gotta try to push it back in. It's so annoying. I feel like I should be doing this on the... Actually, I don't even know where to put this back in.
Don't pull it straight up without pressing down, or you could break it. When it pops off, make sure
Oh,
you
now
use
you
the
tell
2
me.
loose springs that are under it. Unscrew the single Phillips head screw holding the wire in place and move it over to the new case, screwing it back down in the same position. Now the hard part. You'll need to put each spring onto a little peg on the case, then line them up with similar pegs on the bottom of the button. Once...
Okay, but... Oh, it's like asymmetrical. And how do you line this up? Guys, this is like the hardest part. You gotta like line this up. Maybe if I do this reversed, if I do this like upside down. Oh no. I wish you could just like glue the springs onto this thing. Okay, the only way this is gonna work. This legs are stay more than on the. Find both these two loose springs. Gotta align with the freaking button. That's moving, is it not? Not moving. Like I feel like I'm like inside trying to do all this. I don't know how to describe that. Sounding like an idiot. Okay. One is not in, and the first one is out. Sure. Day. I'll find the button. Asymmetrical. Oh, popping. Oh. They're moving around, they're wriggling. One there. Oh. I don't have them. I don't know if you can see. Came out. How do you do this, Tom? Tom, how do you do this?
They're in place, carefully push the button and press it back into place with a motion opposite to taking it out.
The description doesn't help me either. I don't know how I did this before. Seems like impossible. Oh my god. They both popped out. Need like a flash. That one. And okay, it goes in like that. I think you just pop it. Side in, both sides are in. Double check every time because it's like I'm moving on to. Yep. I screw this up and it pops out everywhere. And I'll lose it all on the floor and then lose it. You just. Oh. There we go. Kind of snap in. Okay, the springs are in. Oh yeah. Look at. I don't know if you can hear that clicking sound. You probably can't, but yeah, that's in. All right, perfect. Now it's this piece, this ribbon that goes all the way around. You have to like hold it in place and put it back in the full piece, and then hook it back into the clip, and then hopefully it doesn't pop out while you're doing everything else. It's the hardest thing in the world. I hate it.
Now it's time for reassembly. Put the L button back in place, then plug the 5 ribbon cables back into their respective spots.
Fuck you, Tom. Sound like it's easy. L button also is difficult because it's on a spring. Gotta line the spring up here. Then hopefully the L button doesn't pop out while you're doing everything. So, there we go. There, I mean, it's not that difficult to put in, but it can pop out pretty easily while you're trying to reassemble everything. So, you put the 5 ribbon. Alright. I'll the analog stick first. Up. Gotta see what I'm doing. The ribbons are the worst part. Fuck up a ribbon. Gotta be like so precise too. Got fat fingers, so I can't. I think that one's in. Should lock in place, but sometimes it pops. So you just gotta be careful about. Next ribbon is here. Open. Had better have another one. This is supposed to be. The other thing is, like, if you match everything together and you test it out and you find out something's not working, stick is not working, the buttons aren't working, that means that you screwed up one of these ribbons, and you gotta take the whole thing apart again and just try to realign them all. Okay, so the ribbons for minus button and the analog stick in, they don't come loose. And other buttons, so there's the side rails, which are also a pain in the ass. These go in. So I gotta like align this perfectly. Other one I gotta. This one I gotta align. This one pops out. So frustrating. I think the last time I did this, I think was last year, around this time. Got the last one. Look fantastic. I don't regret doing that. Yes, I regret not careful. See, like this, I had it in and it pops. Awkward feeling in the world. I would rather listen to a couple that hates each other bicker in front of me in the grocery than have to do this. Hello, light bulb. How's it going? So So if I don't always look at the chat, I'm just trying to focus. And then there's one, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one is this. This is the worst one. Is this ribbon that goes around, so you have to hold it in place as you push it in. So awkward. Watch me do this like with no problem. Let's go. So it lays this way. The ribbon goes underneath, so I gotta like do it this way. Goes into this. Where's the connector? Have you ever done one of these Joy-Con mods before, Lightbulb? Tell you it's not. Don't even know. Can't remember what my strategy was. It's like bent too. You do this. If it's going in this, really is. That feels upside down. Like there's a... See that? Flip over. Unless it feeds in this way. Bending. Covering the... Going from... Tom, how did you do it?
Closing the clasps to lock them in. Put the inner case back over the board, making sure the ribbon cable stays under, and screw it back down without over-tightening.
You didn't show how you... I have to go back. Video. Piece is not going in. Not aligning. I think it goes in this. It goes in the opposite awkward.
Play and new cable. Put from the board. To do that, lift the little black.
Yeah, it goes in from the back. I mean, positioning, it's fine, but it's more awkward. Tighter, and the thing keeps wanting to flip over. If I don't do this properly, it can pop out pretty. I want to use my hands. My hands are... Can you stay still? Oh, and then the L button pops up. I think I have it in. Close the clasp here. I gotta position this awkwardly, so without pulling out the ribbon cable. Gotta be gentle. Gotta try to feed the cable, and always wants to go underneath. Gotta make sure you're not crushing the cable. In. Alright, I think I got it. It wasn't. I mean, that was painful, but it's not as painful as I remember the last time, so. That's something. Don't pop out. Once it pop out, you gotta hold it in. Hold it in place. And pop out. Alright, next.
Button back to the board. The test at this point. If everything is good, put the joystick back through the hole and unscrew a single fillet. Press the. You could break it. Fire in place. Put a little peg on the case, then place with the cables back into their respective spots, closing the clasps to lock them in. Put the inner case back over the board, making sure the ribbon cable stays under, and screw it back down without over tightening.
Oh no! And then, oh, I think this happened last time too. You lose a screw. Okay, then. Go. Over here. Don't lose a screw. Last thing you want to do is lose a screw. Pull this button. One of the ribbon cables pop out. I don't think this casing was built properly. Feels like the holes are too small for. Buyer beware. The only thing is, I don't think these Joy-Cons are going to look great with the white back that I have switched. But I mean, it'll look fine on like the Joy-Con grip. We can get like a custom. The start and select button in the middle. That look cool. The Nintendo logo. I feel like I got it screwed in once on an angle just to get the screw in. And put it back in straight. Alright, so those screws are in.
Then put the battery back in its spot and use tweezers to plug it back into the board.
This part's difficult. It's very tiny, you gotta like push it in. Battery's in. This, I gotta push it. Alright, so that's in. So it's not that bad. The right Joy-Con I think is the worst because it's got the IR sensor.
It's a little tricky, but you should be able to just place it over its spot and push it down to lock it in. Now snap the case together and give the controller a quick test to make sure the buttons feel right.
All right, so before I screw everything in, we're gonna test all the buttons. It's all working. And then maybe also test to make sure the battery's working, charging. Actually, this looks pretty good. I like it. Definitely, the plastic feels weird though. It does feel like a cheap knockoff. Something's not closing properly. It's not good. Not what you want to see. What is up? Like this side's not proper. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I think everything's fine now. So, direction buttons are working. Stick is working. The capture button seems like it's a little bit depressed. Controller's turning on. Means the battery's in there. Right, and the sticks and buttons are fine. These buttons are fine. So I think all is good. Doesn't look like there's any issues. So I guess now is just putting the screws back in.
If so, screw the 4 tri-wing screws into the back.
All right. Oh, there's a screw missing. Which screw is missing? I just noticed there's a little tiny screw in here. Oh my god, what did I forget? Did I forget? I feel like I followed everything. Can't be that important, right? Oh, it's this one. Hold on. Yeah, it's not that important, but probably like the least important screw. The one at the bottom here. It's right below the battery, the connector for the battery. You're at the motion sensor magnetic. Screw wants to attach itself to it. I almost dropped that screw. Move to the rumble. I need it. This song has like a sound like a phone is vibrating. Don't like. Makes me think I'm getting a phone call. What's that? Phone. It's like on beat, so. Okay, so that's in. This back in. Now I have all the screws in. Everything should be fitting fine. Again, I think. Buttons still work. Yep. Joy-Con's turning on. Let's tri-wing screws back in. I think maybe the other tri-ring screwdrivers for the outer shell of the switch. This one I was using? No, smaller one. Nope. one. I'm not showing this on camera. Two. Hold this down. Might have been a little bit too tough. Something like. And last one. And actually, this turned out not too bad. Plastic feels different though. Don't know. I think it might just be a different material. Definitely feels like smoother. I don't know what that means, but it feels like a knockoff. Might be putting this in angle. But I don't think this casing built properly. Screws don't fit that easily. But yeah, there we go. So that's the left Joy-Con. Got so it's gray. It's like a light gray. So it's I don't have the regular gray Joy-Cons. I don't think I've ever had one. But it's lighter than the regular gray Joy-Cons. So it's like the gray that the Super Nintendo uses. And then these are colored buttons to make it seem more like a Super Nintendo controller. The shell that I got came with black buttons like the regular Joy-Cons. However, that just meant it was just a really light gray, boring Joy-Con. So I decided to go with the colors. And then just as a recap, the right Joy-Con comes with these. I have a yellow button in here, so just ignore that. But these purple and gray buttons for the styled as the North American Super Nintendo controller. But since I have the colored buttons on here because I didn't want this Joy-Con to be boring, I'm gonna put the colored buttons on the other Joy-Con. This is right here. Make them more like the European and Japanese Super Nintendo controllers, which I think looks better. Although I do have nostalgia for the purple ones because that's what I grew up on. I messed this up. Okay, that's 2.5 hours for the one Joy-Con. I was talking for like a half an hour though, I think. Okay, so one Joy-Con's down. This one had the stick drift issue, so we're gonna test and see if it is fixed by going to Elgato screen, and I'm a little bit lower now because I had to see what I was doing with the controller. So let's test this out. So this is also drifting. That's great. So the stick I got is busted. So I will have to maybe I'll return it. I don't know what to do now. This one's going the opposite direction now. Maybe I can just calibrate. Press X to calibrate. Let's try to calibrate it. Calibrate. Okay. I mean, this one works a lot better. There we go. So it just needs to be calibrated. The other one, it was like the top, how do I, northeast kind of, on the controller, like the top right direction. It wasn't even registering that. But when I was trying to spin in a circle, it was just going like a triangle shape, more like. So I couldn't do a complete circle on that stick. This one, I can obviously do a complete circle. And after calibrating it, the stick works. So I no longer have the drift. So that's fine. So that one is fixed. We got one down. It looks great. It probably wouldn't look great with the black buttons, but it looks great with the colored button. So I like it. I get another set of spare Joy-Cons. Maybe I'll do the see-through one, because I really want a see-through one. Either atomic purple or the ice blue. Even the red one, the watermelon one, looks great too. Want to do that. Okay, so now the next one. I'm just going to be right back. I'm going to check out something, and I'll be right back to do the other controller. Are you okay, Jordan?
Sorry, I broke Jordan.
I'm choking on trail mix. The plural of mooses is so much moose. That's fantastic.
I killed so much moose.
Oh look, there's a moose. There's another one. Oh my god, so much mooses. Oh my god, look at all this so much moose.
Waiting for the time to pass you by, and hope the winds of change will change your mind. And I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you've got to make it on your own, but we don't have to grow up, we can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. And I could give 1,000 reasons why you're going, but you know that all you have to do is stay a minute. Just take your time, the clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is wait a second, your hands on mine, the clock is ticking, so stay. Won't admit that I already know I've never been the best at letting go, 'cause I don't wanna spend the night alone, 'cause I need you, but I need to make it on my own, but I don't wanna grow up, we can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. And I could give 1,000,000 reasons why, but you're going, and you know that all you have to do is stay a minute. Just take your time, the clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do.
Okay, welcome back. If you missed it, I'm making, or if you're just joining in, I am making custom Joy-Con. So I ordered some replacement shells from Amazon. This is the left one. So it's going to be a Super Nintendo style Joy-Con. And here is what the buttons are popping out. This is what the right one is going to look like. let's get that Super Nintendo style layout on it. So I was gonna get a clear ice blue one, but then I saw these were a new option, so I decided to go with these. Place the order. So we're gonna be taking apart this neon red. I mean, neon red looks kind of cool. I prefer the Mario red, which I already have. So I'd rather take this apart and do a Super Nintendo style one. So I got all my tools here. Move these aside for now. And yeah, so we're gonna take this apart and see what it looks like. I mean, we know what it looks like because I just took apart the other one. But this one is gonna be more difficult because it's got the infrared sensor on the bottom. So it's just extra pieces that you need to be careful with. Right, Tom?
Now it's onto the right Joy-Con, which is very similar to the left, but with a few key differences. Undo the back of the case and take out the battery the same as before.
Okay, let's do that. So we need, I guess the bigger tri-wing. Yeah, I think the other tri-wing screwdriver is for the back plate on the Switch itself. You're doing repairs on that, which I have a custom white back plate with Joy-Cons I have and my entire white and black setup. It looks pretty cool. A lot of the Joy-Cons don't really fit with that, but I do like how my Mario red ones look, especially if I'm combining it with the white ones, because then it looks like a giant Pokeball. So it's good if I'm playing Pokemon. I have the Pokeball style controller. The blue ones, which I really like, these like light blue ones, they don't really look that great with the white. So those are just nice to have on their own. Plus I have, actually what I have instead, these little shells to put them in. So if you do like multiplayer and just need, there's just extra players, they can use this. They have the blue controllers fit well with these. So they're nice for spare controllers. Originally bought them for multiplayer purposes anyway. I'm gonna have a set of Joy-Cons for myself, and I'm gonna have an extra set so we could play 4-player games when this first came out. Then I got donated 2 sets of extra Joy-Cons, so now I got a white pair, and I'm gonna have a Super Nintendo pair. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 8 Joy-Cons altogether. Pretty cool. Yeah, all the screws are out. Gotta pry this open. I gotta shut this off. Okay, off. I gotta take the battery out. Battery. So there is the IR sensor, which is right here. And that slides out. This should have a pry tool somewhere. I don't think I need. Battery, you just kind of pull it open. Actually, that one came out a lot easier than the last one. Battery's out. We got the rumble and the IR sensor. IR sensor should also pop open. The IR sensor's out. Just this little thing. Actually, that's not really the IR sensor, is it? What is this for? I don't know what that's for. And the rumble, we don't really need to pop out of the board, but it is stuck to the controller. So we need to take it out. There's like an adhesive on it. Glue or something. Pretty much. Let me take this out. The other one like slides out. Okay, this is gonna make it easy. IR sensor. Okay. this one just pops open, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not. No. Something's snapping. So maybe don't do that. He's come out. Tom, how did you do it?
But now you'll also need to remove a little black square with a gray wire that sits alongside the battery. Similar to the battery cable, you can just gently pull the wire to disconnect it from the board. To take out the inner case, there are still 3 screws, but now they're in a different position, with 2 on the side by the ZR button. Be careful.
Alright, so let's ignore the rumble for now. Okay, so there's the one at the bottom. This is the one I forgot to put back in on the other controller when I was assembling it. And this is the wrong screwdriver. So we just gotta make sure we don't forget that piece. Next. So there's 1, and then 2. Oh shoot. Oh no, where did it go? Gotta stop losing screws. 2. And I can't tell if that's, I guess that's the 3rd one. So they're both where the trigger is instead of on the actual board here instead. So the layout of this is a little bit different. Those screws are gold, whereas the other ones were silver, I think. That's weird. Okay, so now the middle piece, pop open. And once again, there's that annoying ribbon cable that wraps around. Try not to break. And this, oh, and I might have broke it. Nope, oh, this one's shorter. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. This is the one I think where it's giving me problems. There's that little piece right there. God, putting that together is gonna be such a pain. Alright, well, we'll leave that aside for now and look forward to that later. And you take these ribbons out. Wait, pop up. I feel like it's too hard. I don't want to damage those clasps because then I won't be able to put this together again. Okay, so all those other pieces are gone. Now it's just this. And now we can take out the rumble. Much easier now that everything else is. So that is sticky. So that's why it wasn't coming out. And then this IR sensor piece, I think just comes right out. What's it attached to? Oh, that would be the bumper. Came right out. Forgot about that. Put that aside. There we go. I don't know what to do. We're gonna keep it in for now. What do you say, Tom?
With the inner piece, as the ribbon cable attaching it is much shorter this time. There are only 4 ribbon cables to detach, and you should start with the one holding the inner piece on. Then do the 2 for the back piece, and finally the blue joystick cable. Take the ZR shoulder button off and remove the joystick the same as you did before.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the joystick. This is like not closing. Tweezers are useless. Let me get a new pair. Maybe I do have a new pair. Hold on. Ba-da-da, mobile repair kit. And it has an attached magnifying glass, so that might actually come in handy. I got like, you can do like this. I can't really see anything. I don't think this really helps. Yeah, I don't think that. Go. Easier to grab. Now we gotta take the screws out of the joystick. So there's only two. These are the same size as the other one. Maybe they're not in this lighting. Right here they. Alright, so this is the joystick. Now we can take the board out, I think. No, there's screws in the board. So, screws out of the board. Two here. These ones I think are smaller. Yeah, they're smaller. One, two. I think it's just the two. Something's. Oh, ribbon cables here. What is all this? I don't remember all this. Okay, how does this work?
Then undo the two screws holding the board to the case. Now you'll need to loosen a few different things that are stuck to the case. Pry the white block off its sticky tape and loosen the IR reader just below it. Then carefully lift the board, which has a flat black piece below it stuck to the case.
Huh, okay. Oh, and it's all stuck. It's all like glued on.
Use the pry tool to unstick it and then take all of those pieces out.
Oh, that's fun. Let's move the screws here. Oop. Okay. I just have to like peel it away without ripping it. Okay, so that's the IR sensor there. And then there's just this here. Well, there's the, what button is this? Oh, it's the plus button? Plus button's out. Okay, there's the board. That mess right there. Oh my god. That's incredible. Alright, we'll take the buttons out. So this is for the home button. And we'll have to move them to the new piece. I already have the buttons laid out on the new one, so there. Go. And we'll need the right here, the black. Looks like it's in two parts this time. Separated. tell I haven't done this in a long time because I don't remember any of this. Doesn't stick anymore. Good luck aligning that. Where's my... This like moves around. There's no sticking it back on. You have to use glue again. You rip this thing off, it's off. So you just gotta try to align it. And with this piece here. Unless it wasn't supposed to be in two parts, but mine just came ripped. There's markings inside this Joy-Con, so I think somebody, well, I don't know, maybe they did, maybe they didn't try to take it apart, but it was all like stuck together.
Still connected to each other. Move the buttons and black joystick ring over like before, making sure they're all loose in the holes.
Alright, plus button. Gotta make sure it's on a certain way. I don't even know. Alright, well, plus that button. Right here. Have a look. Okay, that one's in. Then the home button here. I guess I should go in a certain way, I think. My A button is also not aligned properly. Home goes there. I don't know if I have this upside down or not. I don't think I do. No, I can't really, but E button, which is the red one. What? There we go. all my buttons are in. Lining for the joystick is a little bit loose. That's gonna cause a problem.
Once the buttons are in and covered, put the board along with the flat black piece, IR reader, and white block back into position and screw the board back on without over tightening.
This is gonna be such a pain in the ass. Alright. The black piece goes. I don't want to lay it down because then the buttons are gonna. Okay, the black piece is in. IR sensor is almost in. IR sensor's in. Board is on. And the rumble motor is. Board does not feel like it's fitting. Might be the home button. Hold on. Something's wrong. Something's not sitting. Or just because of the ribbons are pushing it up. I just gotta make sure this thick thing. Hard to put it back. Okay, 2 screws. And they just go into 2 spots. Fat fingers. There we go. This is a Ryling. Is that the Phillips? Had better lighting. Okay, board's on. Screw is. Pretty sure this is the right one. I'm putting it in the right spot. Because they were like right next to each other. These 2 spots are right next. Pretty sure I got it right. Yeah, and it matches what he has in the video.
Then it's just like.
There's one here and then one on the nut. Alright, there's this one. Oops. Oops. The screws in this feel like they're going in much easier. So far, black thing is like raising up, so I need to get this stick back in.
Like the left Joy-Con, replacing the joystick, swapping the track and release.
Joystick, which goes this. I don't know if those black pieces moved very much. Not much I can do yet. They're apart. I can feel them moving. Why are you sticking to my finger but not the... Now it's stuck. Doesn't want to stick where I tell it. Perfect. Stay there. Other people. Needed a better way. Oh man, I hate that feeling. So annoying. Gotta be. I don't know how like dentist job. Or something. Be like very precise. And it's just like, it's the worst feeling in the world. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna stay where they need to stay. I got them as close as I could. I'm gonna ever get them. Maybe if there were like one piece, it'd be there's separate pieces. I don't think they were supposed to be. That's how they were in this Joy-Con. Not going in. On an angle. Okay, that one's in. One. So the analog stick is going to be in. Good. So now we test the buttons. B, A, Y, and X all work. The plus button does not. Oh no, it does. It's just the board's not very tight. So once I have all the pieces in, it should be better. And the home button works. The stick clicks in and moves, so everything there is good. So yeah, that's what it's gonna look like when it's all finished. That looks great, like that. So let's finish the rest of it. So now it's the side rails. Out of side. So this just has the one screw on the top here. And it has the release button, I forgot about that. And yeah, this I don't need. And this is better. Now the release button first. Now, this will line up. All right, perfect. Why is this so difficult? Okay, I get the screw in, and then I put the screwdriver next to it. All right. There we go. What's next, Tom?
Release button on the back piece and the ZR button on the inner piece. Don't.
Oh no. All right, the difficult part right here. These buttons, I'm gonna put aside. 'Cause I'm not using them anymore. All right. So this part's tricky. So again, it's odd. It's weird how to explain how to do this, but you just gotta like push in and pull. There's little teeth in here. You just gotta try to push it through. But if you get something that can push through these here, maybe you can like just push it out. Very tiny holes. That's working. Okay, so Tom says that you can break this. I just pulled it through and it comes off. That's how I do it. So hopefully you don't break it. I don't see any other way around it. There's no easy way to get this thing off. You just gotta pull, and then hopefully you don't break it. And then this pain in my ass. This is the worst. This is the worst part. This little small ribbon. Gonna be the cause of most frustration. Is aligning that back in its place. That's what took me forever on the last Joy-Con. I think I took it apart twice because I noticed there was stick drift. So I put everything together. Then I ordered a new stick, took it apart and put it back together again. And this thing was always the problem. Of course, I had to have stick drift on the right stick, on the right Joy-Con. First one I have it on. Okay, done with that. And this back and try to put it back. That's in, but it's not aligned to the hole. I try to push it. There we go. So it's like it's on an angle. But the good thing is it's easier to screw on, it looks like, than the last one. I was struggling with the last one. This part's difficult. You gotta put this two springs back in the hole. Put the one here. They sit very loose. You gotta try to align them with the button again. Snap it back in. This part's really difficult. You know what? I didn't test the actual inputs of the last buttons on the system itself. Hopefully they all work. Gotta take it apart again. This one button, one hole goes there. Here one. I don't even know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, this one's symmetrical. So this one, you can see the two divots on. The other one had like one on the inside. So that makes things a little bit easier. Line up. Not looking inside the button. Put it. And I guess just gotta. I did. One of the springs came loose. And I think I did backwards like last time, so one goes. we go. Just like last time when you just pull it out, this one you just gotta push it in, snap it back in. So it's hard to say because I had to like to make sure that the springs weren't coming loose, and I just went like, but you can kind of see where like the pieces go in and they snap over. So they just kind of like push out and snap in. You just gotta try to push it and snap it back. But it's on there, clicks. You can hear the clicking. So that works. It's just the very tiny ribbon that goes around, impossible to put back into the other piece. You gotta have like real patience to do all that. Yeah, what's next, Tom?
Don't forget to put the R button back in place, then reattach all the ribbon cables and screw the inner piece back on over the board. Also making sure not to over tighten.
Makes it sound so easy. Alright, R button back in place. Okay, so R button's in place. And put all the ribbons back. So I gotta do, I pretty much gotta do this one last, even though I want to do it first, so that it's in and it's proper. And if I screw anything up, I gotta take it all out. Okay, so first the ones that are actually analog stick. I think that's it. Even this is I know that this doesn't close. So I have steady hand, which I don't. I think that's in, but I can't tell. I don't want to bend it. Clasp. And hopefully it's on and secure and I don't have to take the whole thing open again. So that ribbon's in there. Next ones I think are the sides. You said 5? But I only see 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4.
Then reattach all the ribbon cables and screw the inner piece back on over the board.
Oh,
Also
just
making sure
all the ribbon cable. So there should be 4, I guess. I think on the last one though there was 5. There's 1, 2, 3 goes in here, and then that one goes into oh boy, I don't even remember. Top one here. Okay. This one, I mean, this one's more open, so it's easier. That one hooked in. I think it. It might have been perfect and I just screwed it. Wasn't too positive. That without the tweezers. They can actually see what I'm doing. How are the connectors up now? One. I don't know. Figure out. So I might have to take the left one open. Probably test right now. This. I think, nope, this is coming loose. So this is just like the last time I remembered. doesn't want to sit. This is supposed to go in. I got a text. Oh, that's, yeah, for my... It going in. Doesn't want to stay when be a problem with back metal piece. So the side should be in, and the button came out great. Moving it all over. And now this piece, which in the ass, gotta put this here. It's such a small cable that, like, how are you supposed to go in? Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, but I need to. Nintendo, how do you do this? Do this. Reason why they don't want people fixing Joy-Cons. They made it so impossible. So if I was to recommend one Joy-Con to do like custom shell swaps, it would be the left. Stay away from doing the right one as much. Like, the left one's not too bad, all things considered. It's the right one that's just a... Alright. Let's just take a break, and we'll see if the left one is working fine. Alright, so... I go home, wait, I go back. Back, and we'll go to the screen here. And go to test input devices, test controller buttons. Alright, up, left, right, down, all work. The stick works, the left button works, ZL. And minus, so everything works, and these buttons work, and capture button works. All right, everything's good. I'm going to take a quick break. This is not the screen that I wanted. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back.
The clock is ticking, so stay.
Dance for me, Ivy. Until. And everyone.
I'll have a dance.
Ew.
What?
Her voice like. La la.
Look at Taka. Watching Ivy.
I'm enjoying the dance. This is American Idol. No.
X-Factor.
Hollywood has talent.
Like the bucket of popcorn right next to you too.
Get out of here, Lucy. You gotta ruin it.
It's funny.
Wait the
You
fic.
punk.
Wait the fic. I said wait the fic.
What?
What was that? What does that mean?
Wait the fic.
What?
Take a nap, Ivy. Just go to sleep.
What was I even trying to say?
I have no idea.
Wait the fic. Wait, what
Wait
was
the
I trying
fic.
to say? I was
Wait
trying to
the
say like.
fucking fic.
I was trying to say like. I was trying to say
You
like
got a
wait a minute,
stroke.
and then I was trying to say wait a minute,
Wait the
and then I tried
fic.
to say wait a fucking minute. Wait the fic.
Is that, wait the fic? What happened?
I was trying
He
to
blacked
say
out
wait
for a
a
moment.
fucking moment, or wait a fucking minute. I was trying to say wait a fucking minute. Fuck this bitch. I hate her. Dinah.
I'm gonna be playing Mario Royale. Now the original Mario Royale got shut down because of a cease and desist. Now this one is different, so load it up here. So it's different. So you got both the Mario and Infringio, so they're both there. So when you go to play now, you get a list of characters that are not Mario characters. So this is gonna be weird for a lot of people that just want to do online Mario. I think I usually pick Mario. Oh my god, there's a bald Mario. That's funny. Oh! What the fuck? What was that? Haha. Get fucked. Somebody died. Oh no! No! Whoa! That was close. No! The fucking hidden block again! What the fuck? I hate these goddamn hidden blocks. A 30-player game is awesome. Like the glory days of Mario Royale. Oh, I didn't hit the ready block. Doesn't matter. See, it puts you in anyway. I think it just starts the game faster. Not that it matters, because you can join the game pretty fast. Oh, it's a poison mushroom! Son of a...
I'm with Yvonne.
I'm here.
Mike,
I'm here.
our alts go together.
Go!
I can... Wait, is there a bunch of them? Oh my god, okay.
Alright, welcome back. A recap. We are making custom Joy-Cons, Super Nintendo style. And I'm working on the hardest part right now, which is the right Joy-Con. Because I have to align this really, really short ribbon cable that has to go around this piece, and just there's just this little bit of, there's no slack at all. I gotta try to attach that to the board underneath, and so frustrating. So it's really difficult. And if I pull it too hard while trying to put it back, it just pops. Well, yeah, I have to deal with that. Been 3.5 hours, mostly for the left joy. I want to say this is probably like 2 hours per Joy-Con. We're working days. I really don't know how you're supposed to. It doesn't make sense. They couldn't use a longer cable, really? Did it for the left. It doesn't make sense. It's so uncomfortable to do this. Taking the music though. Oh my god, it was almost. Why did they have to use such a short cable? Hey there. An angle now. In? I think it's in. Okay, I think I got it. Like the most smoothest way I've ever reattached that ribbon before. And even still, that was like really frustrating. Alright. Got 3 screws which go here, here, and here. So gotta hold this together while I put in any button. One here. Hopefully the side ribbons don't come apart. Not. So this is on an angle, of course. Angle. On the ribbon. Last thing I want. That's the one. Drop that in. Oh yeah, it's the motor. Motor's magnetized. Well, now that it's not sticky, take it out. Alright. So stripping it. And hopefully this one's not like plastic inside and kept it from sealing properly. Sticks out from my switch and my grip unless I file it down. These look like they're still in, so that's good. Got one more screw and I also test make sure it doesn't fall. Very hot. Oh, now if is it? Right, Tom?
They're not over tight. Put the battery back in and connect the cable with tweezers. Then put the black
I don't
square
have the
in place
battery
and
in.
push its wire into the gold connector on the board in a similar manner. Close up the case and give it a test to make sure.
I forgot about the battery and the sensor. Let's do the sensor first, I think. Sensor. Little spot here. I could probably fit it with my fingers. but I don't have to. It just snaps in, and then you gotta feed it through like a little groove. Goes inside the. And go here, and then there should be a little spot. There we go. Alright, so it's in there. Now the battery. Battery goes this way. This, I can't fit my fingers in there, so push it in. Should snap it. Line it properly. I'm using Alright, that's snapped in. Everything's in. Ribbons look like they're placed. Close this. This is not snapping in. Doesn't look like it's aligned properly. Something is. What it is. The rail on backwards? Oh, right. Looks like the motor's not. I just needed to shift things around and look. Alright, so that's on. It's not turning on though. Not good. It means that there's something with the battery. Something wrong with the battery. The battery's in. Or unless the buttons aren't working. Battery's in, so something's wrong. Or a ribbon that's disconnected. Okay, so now it was on for a second. Some issue. Open it up. Pop it back in. Seemed like it was in there. This was like something that's like so tight that it. No, still not turning on. Something. What's wrong with it? It was turning on for a second. Oh no, one of the ribbons came out. Shoot. Oh my god, it's 5:30. I didn't realize. So I got stuff to do. So I'm gonna end the stream there. Maybe I'll come back to this tomorrow night. I don't know, because this is the last thing I need to do on this controller. So I'm gonna end it there. I might have to take apart this whole thing and put it back together again. I gotta leave right now, so I didn't realize what time it was. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Make sure you follow me on my Twitter and Discord for any schedule changes, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.